Hey there, my name's Eddy. $2.50 a pack, $25 a carton. Let's take a look at where you get smokes from in St. Catharines. Follow me. So, a few weeks ago, the shelters decided that, being a dealer, you're not allowed to live in the shelters. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. We used to donate a lot of food, a lot of equipment, gasoline, to all the camps around here, so I'm familiar with how it works. So I went out, and instead of donating, and I feel really sorry about this, I picked up a few tents, gathered a crew, and decided, hey, fuck it, we're gonna sell smokes from the woods. So come on, let's take a look. And be kind to the neighbors. Right here, we have the last hole of the Frisbee golf. I think someone must have snatched the plaque for firewood, but yeah, all the time we see Frisbees flying around here. This whole park is just for Frisbee golf. And our tents. So, before we get in, I want to tell you about our 3 rules. No lying, no cheating, no stealing. Obey those, and you're welcome. Incoming! So, right here at the front gate is the heart and soul of the operation, my wife, Denise. Denise, say hi to the camera for me. Say hi.
Hi.
Nice. All right, so in here, we've got a nice little place. We treat it like our home, like each tent's a bedroom. In here we have one of our delivery guys, he does night shift, so he's sleeping right now. Our security guy lives in here, and the cabin is mine. I share it with my wife. My wife's just cutting up some fuel for the fire. We also have a dog. Hey, you want to look at the camera? Say hi.
Hello.
All right, so this is how it all works. We sit around a fire, we talk, we make plans. I get my orders by phone. Now, you might wonder, how do I plug this in? How do I get everything working around here? Well, first off, lights are mostly solar. We've got propane for heat, gasoline fuels the generator. In the event of an earthquake or, a flood, when the power grid goes off, this baby can power 4 homes with 5 rooms for 5 people. Fridge, stove, all those things. So, we use this to charge our off-grid batteries. It's basically off-grid living. By the way, that's our food and maintenance tents. It's got our chainsaws, our food, all that crap. So let's go into my room. After you, please. Oh, so we've got my propane heater, my desktops. Right now they're not set up because, we had a crazy day and needed the tables for selling. But yeah, I know it's not extravagant. This is how a smoke dealer lives. We sell our red, blues, and flavored cigarettes out of here. Most of the accounting and office work is done off those computers. Our battery pack is probably the most expensive thing. We've got a few of these. These keep us powered. We've got it's 46%, 99 hours left. Can charge the lights, powers the computers, powers the fridge and stove if we need it to. But realistically, we've got tons of wood, so we just make fires to cook our food. Cigarette revenue pays for everything here. Every couple times a week we do movie night. We put up a 100-inch screen and a projector, and even people who've been kicked out of the camp, we invite them back. They can have popcorn, chips, and watch a movie, because living outdoors, morale is the most important. You'll go nuts if you're unhappy. So we try and bring some joy to people's faces. Want to smoke?
I got some, thank you. Courtesy of Eddy.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions?
No, tell me more. Tell me more about the lifestyle.
Lifestyle, it's as rigid or as liberal as you want it to be. I mean, I make everyone carry a weapon, and it's not because we're aggressive. We're not trying to scare people, although we carry a lot of product. And if anyone were to try and take it, which people have, it's if you're 120 pounds, 130 pounds like I am, and you're 5.5 feet tall and not very imposing, having a weapon about a third of the size of you helps. But realistically, we don't want to hurt people. We really don't. I get the irony, lung cancer, blah, blah, blah. But really, what we do is we reduce the price of smoking by 50% for the people who need it most. You're not going to quit smoking, most likely. It's really hard. And homeless people have addiction problems already. That's usually why they're homeless. And we're not trying to feed the addiction. Kind of like a safe supply of cigarettes without draining their bank account. So if they have to give $5 to $8 or convenience store prices, $25 a day for smoking, they're being rinsed. They have no money left for food. They have no money left for clothes, no money left for anything. So at $2.50 a pack, people have understood this is easily affordable. So I'm not going to open up our inventory or show you where it's at because, well, I don't want to invite crime. But it has helped. Within 2 weeks of our operation, we had 500 customers. Right now, we have 930 customers every week calling us, and they're not always the same people. About 10,000 people have our number, and that's really great. And in any given month, about 5,000 people call us. So we're doing okay. Expenses are pretty high, obviously. We got to pay for propane, heat. It's not just put in. We need a new propane tank every few days, so we keep spares in case it goes off in the middle of the night. And the price of gas increasing is kind of a piss off because, you know, propane, gasoline, it all goes up, energy prices go up, and anyone who says solar or wind's a good idea is a fucking idiot. That's a solar light. It takes 13 hours to charge. We don't get 13 hours of sunlight, so it just doesn't work. But firepower's the best. Nothing's better than sitting by a campfire having some eggs. You want some eggs?
Thank you, I'm good.
All right.
I had some eggs this morning.
Yeah, me too. Nothing better than a complete protein. So let me show you my backyard. Ugh. So this is the 17th hole of the Frisbee golf. And this is what I call my backyard. Everything from the river down to where the path starts to go up. That's all my backyard. We collect the wood from anywhere around there. So let's go for a walk around. Let's see, we got a little river here. We collect water for doing dishes, showering. I wouldn't drink it. I don't think it's too safe to drink, but we boil it for 10 minutes and it makes coffee and it works. Every so often we'll see people picnicking, and sometimes they'll need forks and knives, and they leave their garbage there, so at the end of the day we have to pick that up. That's okay. We have a rudimentary wall, just a little perimeter, shows the Frisbee golfers don't go past there, and you know, while they're playing, we stay within our home. This is their land. So, over this way, we have the Enchanted Forest. I only say that because if you look on Pornhub, there's actually a pornographic video made in that forest about some fairy getting fucked in the Enchanted Forest. So let's take a look. Down the hill, please. Sometimes when I need to be alone, away from it all, and have a nice grape-flavored cigarette, this is a great place to sit and see the natural beauty of things. Isn't it? All the ivies. Yeah, right?
You got quite the home here.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it. But most of it was man assembled. I mean, as you can see, those logs were cut. This ash tree was put across. I don't know if they're obstacles for the Frisbee golf course or just stuff people put together. This was where that porno was filmed. I didn't live here at the time, but anyway, I know from a guy that that it was there. We actually found the dress and everything in the porn. Yeah. Anyway, this is the place. But yeah, I think it's absolutely beautiful. And it's cool because there's like a lot of little stash spots that people hide their dope and stuff. Years ago, sometimes we find weird stuff. I'll take you down, I'll show you some of them. Here's an example of one. So, behind here, there's a little buried treasure. I don't know what the treasure is. I don't really care to know. But there's lots of these little places. Rocks, sticks, barrier, a little place in a hole. I've dug up a few of them. You find interesting things, sometimes books, sometimes pictures, sometimes drugs. Woo! It's always interesting. It's always when you find the things that are outside of nature amongst all of this nature. It's all very pretty though. And this is also where we find all our firewood. Everywhere. I mean, we harvest it, it falls. Ugh. Feel free to grab anything you want. The ivies are just gorgeous. We have poison ivy wipes in case some of it's poison ivy. I've never gotten it, but swing on down. Grape, love it. All right, there's a nice little place you can sit. When my friend's mad, he hits this with his machete. And yeah, there's that wig from the porn. I won't touch that. That was in the porn movie. I won't touch it. The dress we just burned and threw out, but the wig, I don't know. From where I saw the finishing move, I didn't want to touch that wig, so yeah, gross. Yeah, right? And there's a few other little fire pits if you want to come this way. So down here, it's a cute little hidey hole. I don't know how long it would have taken someone to dig, but little fireplace going on in there. I think it's awesome. We never use it. I found a lean-to over here once and a bunch of clothes. Someone deserted the place. So I harvested the wood for our fire pit, and I don't want to burn their clothes. I'm gonna wait another 2 weeks before burning them. I don't know. They're not mine, and I don't feel right about burning people's clothes. Taking their wood, well, you're in my backyard. And this is the Frisbee golf hole, so out of respect, I'm not gonna move any of our stuff here. But yeah, I really don't know what the legislation is on how long I have to keep people's stuff without burning it. Anyway, that's pretty well it. What do you think? You want to set up a tent?
I gotta get my belongings first, and I will definitely consider it.
Life's pretty easy when it's hot, but in the winter it's a little harder. We're looking forward to that. Winterization is going to probably cost us about $5,000 or $6,000.
This your first winter or no?
Well, it's my first winter here. I was in the Canadian Army for 10 years. I've slept in sleeping bags in the snow in minus 30. It's cold, it's hard to sleep. Actually, minus 58 with the wind chill was the coldest. When you take your coffee and it's hot, and you throw it in the air and it's ice before it hits the ground. I've slept in that. Diesel turns into a gel at that point, so you can't even use diesel heaters. So it's sleeping bags and warm breath. Sometimes sleeping with a partner helps. Now in the Army it's predominantly male, so make all the jokes you want. But I have a young lady who I do that with here for warmth. Anyway, that's about it. I'm not sure what else I could talk about. Thanks for visiting my home.
Thanks for having us.
For sure.